What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 70 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room. And what I have to say is, let's get into week 3. I'm going to give you my week 3 picks. Last week, I went 10-6, so, it's way better than I did the week before, which was 7-9. So let's see if I can emulate that. Let's start with the Thursday night game, Panthers and Texans. I'm going to have to side with Carolina on this one. Their defense looks really good. Their offense is starting to click. And as for the Texans, they don't have Tyrod Taylor. I forget who their backup is, but he's coming in on short notice. Probably not getting that many reps in the in practice. And I just see the Panthers defense feasting on them. So I'm going to have to go with the Panthers winning 27-13 on this Thursday night game. Into the Sunday games, we got the Chargers and Chiefs. Divisional matchup, definitely tough. It's always when it's in the division. But I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs here. They're playing at home. They just lost a tough game versus the Ravens, and I think they're looking to bounce back. But I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go 31-26 for the Chiefs. Next is the Cardinals and Jaguars. The Cardinals have looked fantastic this far. Kyler Murray's making a case for MVP. Meanwhile, the Jags just can't seem to get it together. Could this be the game the Jags win? Maybe, but I really don't see it. I see Kyler Murray being able to pass and run all over that Jaguars defense, and I don't really see the Jaguars offense doing much to the Cardinals. So give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals to win this one, 35-14. Next is the Bears versus the Browns. So Justin Fields is making his first start for the Bears, which could be interesting. Who knows what to expect from him against the Browns. The Browns defense is, they're a little shaky. They're all right, I guess, but definitely not the best. But I do see the Browns being able to run the ball. The Bears have a good defense. Their defense really balled out last week. I do expect them to get a turnover or two against the Browns. But I just see the Browns sticking to that formula that's brought them success, and that's running the ball. I expect a big day out of Nick Chubb. I expect a big day out of Kareem Hunt. And not even a big day, but if Nick Chubb could just get 85 yards and a touchdown and Kareem Hunt gets 60 yards in the score, that in my opinion is enough for them to win against Chicago. We'll see. It's interesting, but I gotta go with the Browns here. I'm gonna go 27-20. Next on my list is the Washington football team versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, Washington's coming in on 10 days rest because they played last Thursday. But I don't think that's going to mean much against the Bills. The Bills absolutely stomped the Dolphins, and they're playing at home. So I definitely see the Bills winning this one. I definitely see Washington's defense maybe getting a turnover or two off Josh Allen. He does turn the ball over. But at the end of the day, I just see the Bills' defense also destroying Taylor Heineke and the Washington offense. And so for those reasons, I'm going to like the Bills here. I'm going to go Bills winning 30-21. Next is the Colts versus the Titans. Now, the Colts are probably going to be without Carson Wentz. And the Titans, they looked bad week 1. They looked bad in week 2 a little bit, but then they got Derrick Henry going. And I think if they get Derrick Henry going early, even though he starts late, but I think if they get him going early, the Colts really don't stand a chance. Not a lot of defenses could stop Derrick Henry. And I definitely don't see the Colts defense stopping Derrick Henry, especially with Carson Wentz probably being out. So they're probably going to have to punt the ball a lot and punt to Tennessee. So, you know what? Give me the Titans here. I like the Titans to win this one. I'm going to go 32-20. Next is the Saints versus Patriots. The Saints looked awful against the Panthers last week, while the Patriots beat the Jets, the Jets are horrible. But this is in Foxborough. The Patriots are the favorite. But I'm going to roll with the underdogs here. I'm going to roll with the Saints. Something tells me something about Jameis Winston. Are we going to get the Green Bay Jameis Winston, the game where he dropped 38 points and blew them out? Or are we going to get the Panthers game Jameis Winston where he had no touchdowns and 2 picks? I say we're not going to get either edition. I think we're going to get in the middle Jameis Winston. I think he's going to throw 2 touchdowns, maybe a rushing touchdown, and probably a pick. But I think it's going to be enough for them to beat the Patriots. I really do. So give me the Saints 23-20. Next is the Falcons and Giants. This game should be aired on Comedy Central, but it's not. And everyone knows I don't like the Giants, so I'm going to take the Falcons, but it's going to be a really close game in my opinion. You know, both teams are horrible, looking for their first win, but give me the Falcons to get their first win. You know, I think their offense is a little bit better. I don't know if I trust Matt Ryan, but we'll see, right? So I'm going with the Falcons 28-24. Next is the Bengals versus the Steelers. This is another game that I see being really close. The Steelers, you know, they're kind of hit or miss. You know, they're either playing really well or they're playing really bad. And the Bengals looked really good week 1, and then week 2 they looked really bad. So it's kind of hard to judge. It's a divisional game. It's in Pittsburgh. Just give me the Steelers, though. I'm going to go 24-23. Really close game. Next is the Ravens versus the Lions. You know, the Lions have potential to be good, but they just make dumb mistakes that they just shoot themselves in the foot. And they really can't be making those mistakes, especially against good offenses like they did against Green Bay. And the Ravens' offense is good too. So if you make a mistake against them, Lamar's going to make them pay. And I do kind of see the Ravens not making much mistakes while the Lions are going to. So give me the Ravens 38-23. That's going to be my score. Next is the Jets versus Broncos. I mean, we all know the Jets have looked horrible. The Broncos are playing at home, higher elevation. They usually play really well at home. Teddy Bridgewater's been looking good. Zach Wilson hasn't been. This is a winnable game for the Jets. It could be. I just don't see it happening, though. So you know what? Give me the Broncos here, 27-17. That's going to be my score. Next is the Dolphins and Raiders. You know, this would be a good game, I think, if Tua was playing, but he's out. They have Jacoby Brissett, who's not that bad. I just don't think he's going to be able to get the win against the Raiders. He might be able to move the ball on the Raiders' defense, but the Raiders' offense has looked sharp, and I see the Raiders' offense being able to shred the Dolphins' defense personally. And I know the Dolphins' defense isn't that bad, but I have a feeling they're going to be on the field a lot, and that's not good if you're a defense. So let me take the Raiders here. I'm going to take the Raiders to win 30-20. Next is the Buccaneers versus the Rams. The Bucs are on the road in Los Angeles, and the Rams have looked sharp, you know. The Rams have looked good with Matthew Stafford, and this is a hard game to call. I know the Rams are the underdogs, and I'm going to side with the underdogs here. I'm going to side with the Rams. My score is that the Rams are probably this is a tough game to call. You know, it's either going to be a defensive battle or it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be high scoring. I'm going to go 35-31 Rams. You know, if their defense could get to Tom Brady, frustrate him a little bit, and they get the ball in Matthew Stafford's hands, I think the Rams are going to make him pay. So let me take the Rams here. Next is the Seahawks and Vikings. Man, the Vikings have lost 2 heartbreakers back-to-back. And the Seahawks, you know, they had week 2 in the bag, and they fumbled the bag. Derrick Henry, they couldn't stop him late in the game. He got going. And I definitely see Dalvin Cook running over the Seahawks defense, but I also see Russell Wilson being able to pass really well against that Vikings defense. And, yeah, it's going to be a close game, honestly. But my score, I'm going to go with the Seahawks winning 27-24. Next is the Packers taking on the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers returns to the West Coast, a place where he struggles. And the Niners have been looking pretty good thus far. I think the formula for the Packers to win is try to run the ball, establish the run with Aaron Jones. I mean, they can win with Aaron Rodgers, obviously. But I don't know, man. Like, I know Aaron Rodgers isn't that good when he plays the Niners on the West Coast. And I know it's a different year, but I just see the Niners getting this win. You know, I really do. If the Niners avoid turning the ball over and giving the ball to Aaron Rodgers, they have a good chance to win. If they stick to the run game, they have a really good chance to win. So let me take the Niners to win here. I'm gonna go 33-28. That's gonna be my score. And finally, the Monday Night Football game. Let's go. Eagles, Cowboys, division rivals. It's going to be a good game. You know, it's going to be a really tough game for the Cowboys. It's in Dallas, but it's a divisional game, and no matter who's playing, no matter who it is, Cowboys and Eagles is always a fire matchup. The Eagles don't look as bad as I thought. They haven't really turned the ball over. Their defense, their secondary looks pretty sharp. Their pass rush looks pretty good too. Their run defense isn't the best. So I expect the Cowboys to feed Zeke Elliott, to feed Tony Pollard. Obviously, I think Dak's going to do his thing throwing the ball. But I feel like if they could establish a run like they did last week against the Chargers, that's their best chance to win the game. And the defense has to be on their toes because Jalen Hurts likes to take off with the ball. He's really fast. He's really sneaky. So the Cowboys defense needs to be prepared for that. And if they could stop Jalen Hurts from running like a madman on the field, and if the Cowboys can run the ball themselves, that would be the key for them to win. So give me the Cowboys here in a close game, 31-24. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and share my content. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day.